Welcome to One More Hour, the podcast all about backyard ultras, timed races, and the ultra running mindset of going one more. If you're an ultra runner, a trail or ultra runner curious about the format, or just someone who loves to test your limits, you're in the right place. I'm Jackie Wilson, an ultra marathon and marathon run coach, trail runner, outdoor enthusiast, and backyard ultra expert. On this show, I'll bring you stories, strategies, and conversations with runners, race directors, experts, and more to help you go further, dig deeper, and keep going when everything in you says stop. Thank you so much for joining me for some yards. Let's get started with one more. Hey friends, if you're listening to this right now, chances are you are in a low spot. Maybe you're sitting in your camp chair. Maybe you're standing in the corral waiting for the next whistle. Maybe your legs hurt, maybe you have GI problems, maybe you're cold, maybe you're tired, you're running low on sleep, it's less than ideal weather conditions, maybe you're convinced that everyone else is stronger than you, maybe you've convinced yourself that you don't belong here right now, maybe you've already decided you're done, and if that's where you are, I want you to stay with me for the next few minutes. Not for the rest of the race, not for another 12 hours, not until tomorrow, just for the next few minutes. Because before you make any decisions, let's remember why you're here. I'm going to convince you why you're staying in this race. So close your eyes for a second if you can, if you're not running. Take a breath. Listen. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Not because it's comfortable, not because it's easy, because this is what you signed up for. Remember how excited you were when you signed up for this. Nobody enters a backyard ultra hoping it stays comfortable. Nobody dreams about sitting by the fire telling stories about the race where everything felt amazing. The reason why this race matters is because eventually it's going to ask a question. And sooner or later, every runner reaches the point where they have to answer it. This might be your point. This might be your question. And that's okay. Hard moments are not evidence that something has gone wrong. Hard moments are evidence that you're finally in the race. You have made it. You are here to work. You are here to stay in the game. One of the things that Andy Glaze often talks about is this idea about you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. So let's talk about your training. You didn't wake up this morning and magically arrive here. You earned this. Think about the runs that nobody saw, the early mornings, the cold days, the late nights, the long runs when motivation was nowhere to be found, the workouts you completed when nobody would have blamed you for skipping, the sacrifices that you made, the consistency, the miles, the recovery, the strength sessions, the early alarms, the late nights. Those weren't random workouts. They were deposits. Every single run, every single workout, every single lift, every single meal that fueled your body, every single night that you went to bed earlier than your friends wanted you to go to bed. And right now you're making a withdrawal. You don't need new fitness. You don't need new toughness. You don't need a miracle. You just need to trust what you've already built. So listen carefully. You are not done right now. You're uncomfortable. Those things are different. You're tired, you're hurting, you're emotional, you're doubting yourself. But none of those things mean that you're done. It just means that you've hit a low right now. And you're going to get to the other side of it. Somewhere along the way, your brain started treating discomfort like danger. It isn't. I promise you, you are not in danger right now. Discomfort is the entry fee. This race was never supposed to feel good forever. The backyard is easy until it's not, right? And that's what everyone is searching for. That's why you signed up. When you signed up, you did not want this entire thing to be easy. You wanted to challenge yourself. Who am I when it gets hard? The fact that it feels hard right now does not make you special either. Everyone still standing feels hard at different points of the race. But everyone is challenged by that. The difference is not who feels amazing. The difference is who keeps showing up when they don't want to. The difference is who keeps going out there when they don't feel their greatest. And this is where David Goggins would laugh, right? Because right now, your brain is trying to negotiate with you. And some of my favorite movies are action movies. And they say, we do not negotiate with terrorists. You do not negotiate with your brain. It's trying to make deals with you. It's trying to convince you that you've already proven enough, that you've gone far enough, that no one would blame you for quitting, that you could come back next year and do it again. Maybe, right? But let's be honest. Did you really come here for comfort? Did you really train all those months to stop at the first sign of suffering? Or did you come here because you wanted to find out what was on the other side of it? Goggins talks about the 40% rule. The idea that when your brain tells you you're done, you've actually got so much more left, right? Maybe it's not 60% like Goggins talks about. Maybe it's not even 20%. But what if there's one more lap? What if there's 5 more? What if it only takes you having this low moment to push through a bad hour and then you're off to the races? What if you're out here for another 24 hours? What if the person who beats you today only wins because you listened to your excuses before they listened to theirs? Don't give your future self that regret. Not yet. Not while you're still standing. So now let's go back. Before the race, before the nerves, before the suffering, before the blisters, before the GI problems, before the darkness. Why did you sign up? Not the surface answer. The real answer. Ask yourself why over and over and over again every time you give yourself an answer, because you're not to that question yet. You're not to the answer of why you actually signed up. Go deep. What were you hoping to discover? Who were you hoping to become through the training process and during the race? What part of yourself were you hoping to test? Because whatever that answer was, the opportunity is still here. You're still in it. In that fact, it's more available now than it was in lap 1. Anybody can run when they're fresh, right? Anybody can smile for race photos. Anybody can dream about being tough. This moment, this is where toughness gets built. This is when you decide who you want to be when it gets hard. Maybe you're scared. That's okay. Maybe you're wondering if you'll make the next loop. That's okay too. You don't have to know how many laps you have left. You don't need to answer that question. You only need to answer one question right now. Can you start the next lap? Can you finish this yard? That's it. Just the next one. Do not focus on the next one. Focus on the one you're in right now. If you're in the chair, focus on the one that you're going to start. You're going to get out of that chair. You're going to start when that whistle blows. You will be ready in the starting corral. And if you're out on lap right now, you're going to finish this one. Focus on this one right now. You don't have to commit to sunrise. You don't have to commit to tomorrow. You don't have to commit to 100 miles. That's way too far out in the future. Just this yard, the next hour, the next whistle. That's it. So let's talk about the truth here. There are runners at home now wishing that they had the opportunity that you're sitting in. There are runners who are injured. There are runners who could not make the start line. There are runners who are in a very stressful or busy season of life where they're not able to dedicate the time to train for a race like this. Runners dream about having one more chance. And right now, you have it. You're in it. You're still in the arena. You're still standing. You're still fighting. You're still earning answers. You did not come this far to wonder what would have happened. You came this far to find out. So keep going. Find out who you are. Chase those goals. Chase what you were trying to achieve when you pushed purchase, register on Ultra Sign Up. So listen to me here. You're stronger than this moment. You have survived every hard day you've ever faced. Every bad workout, every setback, every race that went sideways, every challenge, every hard day in life, every disappointment, and somehow you're still here. You're still moving, you're still chasing, you're still becoming, you're still learning. The race is trying to convince you that you're smaller than the challenge, but the truth is the opposite. The challenge exists because you're capable of meeting it. You are capable. You are worthy. You deserve to keep going. So if you're sitting in your chair right now at camp, you're going to hear your 3 whistles, your 2 whistles, and your 1 whistle in a couple minutes. You're going to hear that countdown. And when that moment comes, I want you to stand up. I want you to straighten your shoulders. I want you to look around and remember why you're here. You are not here by accident. You earned your place. You belong here. You put in the work. You trained for it. You prepared for this. And until the race physically removes you from the course, until you run time off the clock, but you're also not going to slow down just to run time off the clock, right? You know if you do that in your head. Until this race physically takes you out, you still have a vote. So cast it. 1 more hour, 1 more lap, 1 more yard, 1 more chance, 1 more opportunity to surprise yourself, 1 more opportunity to push through this low and to get to the other side, to get to that high and to recognize lows are not forever. They're temporary and I can get to the other side of it. 1 more opportunity to discover what you're capable of. 1 more opportunity to become the person you came here to be. And if you're out there on the course right now, trying to finish your yard, your lap within the amount of time that you have, you are not done yet. Drop that hammer. Get going. Stop letting your mind slow you down. Do not intentionally slow down. That's the one thing that our brain wants us to do, is it's telling us that we're not safe right now. So it's saying, slow down. You can time out on the course and not have to do another one. No, you are still capable. Drop that hammer. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about the runner out on the course right now who's doing the math. The runner who's checking their watch every 30 seconds. The runner who is realizing they don't have much margin left. The runner who's secretly hoping the race makes that decision for them. Listen carefully here. Be honest with yourself. Are you actually trying to make it back? Or are you slowing down just enough so you can say you timed out? We know when we do that. Those are 2 very different things. A timeout isn't always a timeout. Sometimes it's a decision made 3 miles earlier or an hour earlier. Sometimes it's 100 tiny choices to back off, to walk longer, to stop pushing, to slow down a little bit, to stop believing, to stop fighting. And if that's what's happening to you right now, you already know it. You don't need to tell me. You know. Stop. Stop putting yourself in that position. And this is where Cam Hanes would say, drop the hammer. Not tomorrow, not the next lap, not when you feel better, because that will not be an option. If you time out, it's not an option. Drop the hammer now. This is the moment. The race is asking the question, what is your answer? Because if you're going to be done here today, then let the race take you out. Let the clock beat you. Make your body beat you. Make the course beat you. But don't beat yourself first. Do not give up on yourself. Don't start looking for an exit. Don't start writing the story before the story is over. Right now, I want you to pick up your head, look down at the trail, find a target, go get it. Then find another one. Go get that one too. Move your arms, move your legs, open up your stride, be hyper-focused and intentional with what you are doing right now. Run with intention. Run with purpose. Run like someone who still believes that they belong there, because you do. You belong here in this race. Do not give up. This is not the time for negotiations. This is not the time for excuses. This is not the time for maybe. This is the time for action. This is the time for commitment. This is the time to find out what happens when you stop protecting yourself from discomfort and you start attacking the challenge in front of you. So let's go. Let's run those hills. Let's push the flats. Stay locked in. Stay aggressive. Stay present. You don't need to know if you're going to finish the next 10 laps. You just need to know that you've given it everything out there on this one right now, this mile, this minute, this step, this lap. And when you come around that final corner or you can start to see camp, I don't want you to wonder if you could have gone harder. I don't want you wondering if you gave up on yourself. I want you knowing that you emptied the tank, knowing that you fought, knowing that you made the race earn every second, because that's what backyard ultras are about. That's what last person standing races are about. Not comfort, not certainty, not guarantees. It's about the willingness to show up when every part of you wants to stop. So stop looking for an out. Stop waiting for permission. Quit hoping someone else will make the decision. The time is now. The moment is now. The race is happening. Let's go. Drop that hammer. Get moving. Get back before the bell. Make the race take you. This is not your final lap. You are not done yet. Don't let fear decide. Don't let discomfort decide. Don't let doubt decide. Make the race take you. Make it earn you. And until then, get up. Walk to the corral. Look that next lap in the eye. Push hard to make the time and go find out what's left inside of you. The bell is about to ring. I'll see you in the next lap. Go one more hour. Thanks for tuning in to One More Hour. If you enjoyed this episode, hit follow so you don't miss the next yard. And share it with a runner who loves pushing their limits. I'd love to hear your own stories of going one more. Connect with me on Instagram at the One More Hour Podcast. And if you could leave a quick review, it'll help more runners find the show and keep going when they want to stop. Until next time, just go one more hour.